have to confess that I've sinned. It happened last Thursday. I was in this bar when this gorgeous girl came over to me. She ran her hand up my thigh and grabbed my attention. Oh, was she built? Well, we danced a bit and then she asked me back to her place. I had a few drinks and one thing led to another and we made love all night. It was fantastic. Well, in the morning I was overcome with remorse. I know I've sinned, but you're the only person I can talk to. Please help me.
Well, I'll do what I can, Father, but shouldn't you be hearing my confession?
It's the Russ Abbot Show, starring Russ Abbot with Bella Ember, Chris Emmett, Susie Aitchison and Jeffrey Holland.
France, 1431. La Marseillaise has not been written yet. In Rouen, a court has been convened to bring to justice a young peasant girl who had united the French forces in their fight against the English.
Hear ye, hear ye. This court is now in session. Pray silence for his worshipful magistrate, say le beak of le week, that I'm about town. It's Jolly Justice Abbot.
Thank you. Rose is a rouge, violet's a blur. Have I got a wonderful court case for you? Mercy, mercy. The quality of mercy is not strained.
Are you ready for the first case, my lad?
I should say so. I'm parched.
Shall I put up the accused, my lad?
Well, that's a kind offer, but we have cells for that sort of thing.
Call Joan of Arc.
Call Joan of Arc. Call Joan of Arc. Call Joan of Arc. Excuse me, sir or madam. Would you mind leaving the dock, only we've Joan of Arc coming in?
I am Joan of Arc.
Was that clapping or somebody put the chips in? Joan of Arc, I thought it was a bloke.
I've often been mistaken for a boy.
Probably because you keep bobbing about so much.
Not that sort of boy. I'm in disguise. I wear men's apparel and have short cropped hair.
And that beard's a real clincher. Now, all right, then, who appears for the prosecution?
I do. I am John, Bishop of Torquay.
What's your bish?
May I begin, my lord?
Fire away, bish.
State your name and age.
George Archibald Abbott, and I'm 22.
I was talking to the accused, my lord.
I am Joan, Maid of Orleans.
Made of cape-oak, more like.
No, I'm Joan d'Arc.
Yeah, but it's not dark enough. I can still see you.
I am 19.
He wants your age, not your collar size.
Now, pray tell the court, is it true that you've been hearing voices?
Yes, that is true, but only after I've had a skinful.
Again, I was talking to the accused, my lord.
Oh, sorry. Well, continue.
Yes, monsieur. I heard voices when I was 13. Then I started having a vision of St. Michael.
Well, isn't that funny? I had underpants by St. Michael, And I must admit, I looked a vision in them. I did.
Then I saw St. Catherine and St. Margaret, the two martyrs.
Tomatoes? What's she talking about, tomatoes?
She said 2 martyrs, you buffoon.
Hey, watch it, bish, watch it. I'm the big fromage around here, all right? One word from me and I'll have you stretched on the rack here and ruin. Hence the expression, rack and ruin. Oh, hey! Carry on, Chunky.
Well, these voices told me to go and spend time with the dolphin.
Oh, I love dolphins, especially Flipper. Do you know, I love it when he stands on his tail and swims backwards.
Please, my lord, this is no laughing matter.
I think the audience agree with that. Continue.
So tell us, Joan d'Arc, what happened next?
Well, the dolphin gave me troops to command and orders to banish the English near Orleans.
Do you want to say that line again?
Yes, I
Don't...
Give her the feed again, go on. Oh, don't give her too much feed.
So tell us, Joan d'Arc, what happened next?
Well, the Dauphin gave me troops to command and orders to vanquish the English near Orleans.
And then I believe you donned your suit of armour.
Oh, you've got a suit of armour?
I have.
Oh, the steelworks must have been working round the clock.
And we were triumphant. I led the French troops to victory over the English.
Yeah, well, you just wait till we get you back to Twickenham, hey? Oh, do you know, Bish, I still don't know how she talked the Dauphin into giving her troops in the first place.
Isn't it obvious? She used witchcraft, my lad. I demand you find her guilty of heresy.
Oh, you're keen, aren't you, hey? Oh, all right, she's guilty.
My lad.
What is it, executioner?
Abbot.
Oh, here, Joan. He wants to know how you want your steak.
These days, when we go to the cinema to see all-action movies, we take for granted the amazing falls, car crashes, and dramatic fights. This, of course, is the responsibility of the stuntman. With me is the man universally regarded as the best in the business, Daredevil Norbert Renton. Norbert, could you spare us a moment over here?
Oh, yes, right, yes, sure, yes. Oh, who left that blooming cable there? I could have really hurt myself falling over that.
So, Norbert, how long have you been a stuntman?
Well, it's difficult to say.
Why?
Because my memory's been damaged by all the falls. Do you remember that one in Die Hard?
What, the famous Alan Rickman fall at the end of the movie? That must have been over 250 feet. Was that you?
No, I was the guy he fell on. The stuntman hit a crosswind. Boof. Luckily, he was okay.
But how were you as a result of that stunt?
Shorter.
Tell me, do you remember your first fall?
Oh, I do. Yes, I had to run across a room and dive through a window from an 8th-floor apartment into a canal full of filthy water.
Wow, what film was that?
It wasn't a film, no. See, this woman's husband came home early from work.
I see. Now, what other stunts have you done?
Oh, loads. You see, I've had a big fight in a cable car. Mind you, that German tourist had it coming, yeah. I've also been knocked off the roof of the Orient Express.
That was another fight?
No, that was a low bridge. I never saw it coming.
Now, I see you've got some of your stunts set up back here, and you're going to let us in on some of the tricks of the trade.
I am, yes. Now, this is one of my favourites, right? I will get hit by a car, roll over the bonnet, up to the windscreen, and then off the side.
Sounds pretty dangerous.
It's very dangerous. See, the trick is in the timing. You have to make sure your feet are off the floor, so when the car hits you, you don't get run over. It requires skill, precision, and lightning reflex. It also helps if you're facing the right way.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Fanshawe. The vet'll be out in a minute.
Is Mr. Cooper a good vet?
Good vet. I've been fully vetted, oh yes. I love all creatures great and small. Never missed an episode. Oh, who did that on my floor? That's not nice. Look, I don't mind if the animals do it, you know what I mean? But... Now, Mr. Fanshawe.
Are you the vet?
I am. Say ah.
Why?
Your dog's dead. All right, Shirley, who's next?
Mrs. Dawson has brought her German Shepherd in.
Guten Morgen, mein Herr.
I'm pleased to meet you. Now, Mrs. Dawson, what's the problem?
I'm having trouble with my chihuahua.
I'm sorry, I'm a vet. Next.
The vicar's brought Nellie in for a vaccination.
Oh, Nellie! You should have been here last week. What's up, did you forget? They always do, don't they? As far elephants forget. Right now, come on, sit, beg, roll over, die for your country. No, not you, Shirley. I'm talking to the elephant.
Sorry.
Next.
Mr. O'Leary has brought Tiddles to see you.
I'll bring her through, Mr. O'Leary. Are you sure this is a cat?
It's a horse, Doctor.
What a coincidence, so am I. I'll just take a temperature. Now, put this thermometer under your tongue, Tiddles.
I think you're supposed to go down the other end, Doctor.
All right. Put this thermometer under your tongue, Tiddles.
No, Doctor, I think you have to... Look, let me whisper.
What are you, a horse whisperer? Are you mad I'm not doing that? Have you been sniffing a flea powder again? Oh, all right, look, let me lift her tail. Oh, that reminds me, we need a new pencil sharpener. Okay, I'm going in. Shirley, music, if you please. Here we are, a bunch of flowers. Flags of all nations. And finally, oh dear, where did that come from? Well, Mr. O'Leary, Tiddles is going to need some pills. Pills, horse pills. Horse pills, horse pills.
Shall I get the tube, Doctor?
Why, where are you going?
No, you use it to blow the pills down the horse's throat.
I'm not doing that again. Last time the horse blew first. I nearly choked to death. Mind you, I did come second in the 3:30 at Kempton. Right. Ah, the parrot. That reminds me. Here, Shirley. Why are there no aspirins in the jungle?
I don't know, Doctor.
Because the parrots eat them all. Paracetamol.
Well, actually, Mr. Cooper, this isn't a parrot, it's a minor bird.
I should have known. That little helmet with a lamp on the front is a dead giveaway.
It can imitate anyone, Doctor.
Really? That's amazing. Really? That's amazing. Hello, he started. Who's a pretty boy then? He sounds nothing like me. You're getting on my nerves now. Next. Blimey, I shot the wrong one. Next.
Mr. Prendergast has come in to collect his chameleon.
Well, stall him, will you? I can't find it. Oh, there it is, going mad on the tartan rug. Oh, look, it's up on its hind legs. Ooh. Must be a stand-up chameleon. A stand-up chameleon. Oh, dear. Paracetamol. Nothing. Right, is that it, Shirley? Only I've got a house call. I've got to go and save a poisonous snake. Apparently he's bitten his own tongue and he's very worried. Oh, all right, it's not that funny.
No, paracetamol.
That's it. No, that's it. I'm giving up. I give up. I'm going. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, a dog may be a man's best friend, but you try getting it to buy you a pint. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And we're back with ace stuntman Norbert Renton after his close encounter with a speeding car. How are you feeling now, Norbert?
A bit run down, actually. That's what you call a little daredevil humour.
Yes. Did you break anything?
Just the front number plate.
But you're sure you're okay to continue?
Oh, yes.
Good. So tell me, Norbert, how did you get started in the business?
Well, I followed in my granddad's footsteps. He went to Hollywood to be a stuntman, yes. His favourite trick was riding two horses, 1 foot on each, yes. He was all right till he came to a fork in the road.
So what are you going to show us now?
Burning clothes. This is very big in Hollywood.
And this is why you've got the protective sleeve on?
That's right. It's made out of a special flame-resistant material. Now, this is soaked in petrol. And any bear skin is covered with a special gel to protect it. Now, remember, kids, fire is not to be played with. It's to be taken very seriously. If you'll just pass me the matches. Good, there you are, see? It's really taking hold now.
Norbert.
Stand back, please. This is very dangerous.
Norbert!
Yes, I know it looks terrifying, but in fact it's quite safe. Mind you, it'd be a lot safer if he had it on the right arm. There's the wrong arm!
Now, while the judges in this year's Miss World contest deliberate, it's time to bring on the man who keeps the Brill Cream factory working overtime. Yes, girls, it's the man who gets your pulse racing and your stomach churning. The Latin lover himself, Julio Double Glaziers.
Be it sister, wife, or mother, lock them up, for I'm a lover with my villa, flashy looks and flashy car. When I come to see Miss World, I meet all these different girls. They must miss me, for they say I go too far. Now this girl here's Miss Chili. She's a pretty little filly. If you like a girl whose face is like a horse. And this is Miss Botswana, and she eats like a piranha. She just ate the waiter for a second course. Now apart from Miss Caracas, who has got these huge maracas, it's Sri Lanka who is just my cup of tea. But Marlena, she's the German, though she looks more like a Herman. And Miss Spain will never rain, it's plain to see. Now over here's Miss Turkey, she's the other side of 30. Miss New Zealand has these really meaty joints. And here is Miss Australia, who will never be a failure, 'cause the way she's built, she's bound to win on points. This goddess here is Greek, she looks good enough to eat, really tasty, and she gives it all she's got. If you're going out to play, there's this Chinese takeaway, or Miss India, if you like your dishes hot. But the one who ought to win is not pretty, tall, or slim, shapely legs, pearly teeth, or lovely smiles. She's not easy like the rest, she's a challenge, she's a test, but I love her 'cause she's from the Virgin Islands.
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Focus. Tonight, my guest is Gerald Guggenheim, who has come to talk about an unusual syndrome that affects more people than you might imagine. Welcome, Gerald.
Please, call me Fred.
Why?
Because I can't pronounce my own name.
Why's that?
And because it contains the letter, the one between F and H.
The letter G?
Yes, that one.
You can't pronounce the letter G?
No.
Well, that must be agony.
You might say that, but I certainly couldn't.
When did this start?
Oh, I was born with it. The gynecologist will tell you that.
The what? Oh, I see, the gynecologist.
Yes, you've ought it. Very odd.
That must have made life very difficult at school.
Oh, indeed. I went to the local grammar school in Ilford.
Ilford?
No, Ilford.
Oh, Guildford.
Yes.
Guildford, right.
Oh, yes, it was Astley. My only consolation was playing rugby with the other boys.
Rugby?
No.
Let's move on, shall we? Did this syndrome affect your relationships with members of the opposite sex?
Well, I was a bit of a late starter. I wondered at first if I might not be A.
A what?
No, A.
Oh.
No, A. But then I realized I was attracted to earls.
Girls?
Yes. I remember them all so well. One was racy and one was retchin.
Oh, dear.
But the love of my life was ale.
Gale.
No, ale. You see, I needed the Dutch curry to make it with the earlies.
And where did you go with the earlies?
The pictures, usually. Yes, the local Ormond was favourite. Oh, I love the musicals. So romantic, so sexy. Ian Kelly, Sinning in the Rain. Wonderful. Racy loved them, too. I remember roping her.
What?
Roping her in to see Eyes and Dolls, and that one with Maurice Chevalier and Leslie Caron. You know, E.E.
Oh, Gigi.
Yes, that's the one, yes. Oh, those old stars. Retta Arbo, Rhea Arson. And, of course, my absolute favourite, Edward, Robinson.
Well, Gerald, Fred, what can I say?
More than I can, I should think.
Well, thank you for sharing your problem with us. Have you got any words of encouragement for fellow sufferers?
Well, I've never forgotten the words told to me by my great-grandfather, Abbot, after his trip to the Rio Grande. He said, when the Owen ets tough, the tough et Owen.
Isn't there a G in tough?
I spelt it with 2 F's.
Well, thank you very much, Gerald Guggenheim.
You're welcome, you're welcome. It's been great.
What?
Did you hear it? I said great. Grope, grind, gusset, galloping Gloria Gaynor. I'm cured. Do you hear? Do you hear? I'm Etta.
Etta? Now your bees have gone.
Oh, Ugger. Look, I'm sorry, madam, but in my professional opinion, your dog has hard pad.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Call yourself a vet.
All right, I'm a vet. And I'm also a taxidermist. So whatever happens, you always get your dog back.
I demand a second opinion.
All right, you're ugly as well. All right, if it's a second opinion you want, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get Reg, my pet Labrador, to have a sniff around. Reg! There you are, see? He says it's hard pad as well.
That's ludicrous.
Oh, dear. All right, do you want another opinion, a third one? Well, that's the cat. Tracy, give this dog the once-over, will you? There you are. What further proof do you need? She says hard pad, too.
I want to see another vet.
Well, I don't see why. I mean, you've had a lab report and a CAT scan.
Egypt, 1935. And into the mysterious land of the pharaohs, plucky British archaeologists travel, searching for ancient treasures. Who knows where their quest will lead? Gold, hoards of precious stones, or will they fall prey to the curse of...
The surrogate mummy. My name is Cuthbert Farquhar, known to my friends as Silly Cuthbert. My tale begins as my young assistant Rodney, his beautiful fiancée Fiona, our Egyptian manservant and I, sailed our clipper up the Nile. Where would we be without Nile clippers?
I say, Professor, this is too thrilling. Are those the pyramids?
Either that or exceptionally large tea bags.
And look at that enormous moon.
I'm sorry about that. Mustafa, pull your trousers up.
Look, darling, the Sphinx. Why has it got the head of a man and the body of a big cat?
So it can boast about all the unpleasant places it can lick itself.
What's that very large puddle behind it?
The Jimmy Riddle of the Sphinx. We approach our destination. Mustafa, row faster.
Not the cursed water skiing again, please.
See those forbidding, rugged, bleak granite cliffs. The Valley of the Kings.
What's that on the other side? Pink limestone, scented, waving palms.
The Valley of the Queens. Right, my friends, tonight we camp and tomorrow we dig. Mustafa, what's for breakfast?
Roast lizard, boiled locusts, and sheep's eyeballs.
On second thoughts, we'll skip breakfast, start digging, shall we?
this, Professor. The gleaming metal, the intricate craftsmanship. It must have lain here for at least 2,000 years.
Astonishing. Those supermarket trolleys get everywhere. What's this buried in the sand? A door. Some kind of secret hidden chamber. Well, that explains the roll of papyrus by the throne. Rodney, Fiona, bring torches. Here's a bigger room.
The walls are covered with paintings of ancient Egyptians. Why did they always stand sideways on?
They ate a lot of beans. Must be a very early dynasty.
How can you tell?
Well, just see how young Joan Collins looks. This wall's covered in hieroglyphics.
Now, let's see. Finger, some type of fish, an eye, 2 birds.
You're reading it backwards. Reading it backwards, man. Bird's eye, fish, finger. It's an advert. Hold those torches up. There's a stone sarcophagus. Some sort of writing on the seal. Best before 1500 BC. Let's have a look. A figure wrapped from head to toe in bandages.
Do you know, I think this is the high priest.
Judging by the smell, very high. This mummy dates from the time of Cleopatra. And if you doubt it's a Cleo, listen.
Papa?
Nicole?
See? Now, just to prove it, I'll remove a small piece of bandage.
Aye, no, Effendi, 1,000 times no. Do not disturb the Ancient One, or you will awake to the curse of the pharaohs.
Your cooking's already done that.
Aye, the mummy awakes, and it is angry.
It's disappearing behind the pyramids. Where's it going?
Where everyone has to go when they first wake up. We must try and get away. To the camels. I'll take the one-humped one. Fiona, the one with 2, naturally.
I meant to ask, Professor, why has my camel got 3 humps?
Insurance job. It's 2 old camels welded together. Now, hurry.
Aye, too late, Effendi, too late. A hot rushing wind. You know what comes next?
A kebab joke?
The mummy has summoned the giant sandstorm. Into the tent. It will strip anything in seconds.
Right, you lot into the tent, and I'll stay out here with Fiona.
It's the mummy!
Right. I'd better go and fight this blighter. Marquis of Finsbury rules.
Don't you mean Queensbury?
No, the Marquis of Finsbury. He didn't get on with his mummy either.
I can't believe it, Professor. The mummy didn't even scratch you.
Well, that's because it wasn't a mummy after all.
But it was so angry.
Well, wouldn't you be? Left unattended in a cold, dark place for all that time with nobody to talk to, nobody to listen to, swathed in rotten, filthy bandages. Typical NHS.
You've been listening to The Russ Abbot Show, starring Russ Abbot with Bella Ember, Chris Emmett, Susie Aitchison and Geoffrey Holland. The songs and sketches were by Paul Minette and Brian Leveson, Barry Cryer and Michael Dines. The show was compiled and edited by Paul Minette and Brian Leveson. The musical director was Trevor Brown. The broadcast assistant was Trudy Stevens. The Russ Abbot Show was produced by Dirk Maggs and is a Selador production for BBC Radio 2.
wonder if you can help. I'm trying to find my way back to the main A38.
Oh, wow, well, he turned up here past some barn over there, hill down long through an old farm alongside pond, and all about village and meeting same road back over country for a pub. About half mile, keep turning down long about all the way till he get there the other side.
Pardon?
Oh, no. He can't pass from pub and turn and walk harvest and going along Road 130 market. Him got to go round all round, back up farming and back up top. He'll go through him gate there to meeting over the same way coming back.
Wow, can't miss it.
Well, thank you very much. Good morning.
Don't think we'll be seeing her again, Charles.
Bloody tourists.
It's the Russ Abbot Show, starring Russ Abbot with Bella Ember, Chris Emmett, Susie Aitchison and Jeffrey Holland.
1943, and Europe is under the control of a silly little man with a ridiculous moustache. Yes, everyone loved Charlie Chaplin. But there is one corner of a foreign field that truly is forever England. Stalag 14, a POW camp in the heart of Blue Nun country. It is populated by heroes. This is their tale.
Henderson, stop banging that ruddy drum, will you? Morning, Roger.
Morning, sir.
Look, Roger, can I have a word? There's no doubt about it. You're the best escape officer we've ever had, but don't you think you're just overdoing things a bit?
Overdoing things, sir? I'm not with you.
Well, there were just over 4,000 men in this camp when you joined us last month. How many are there now?
18, sir.
18? But...
Yes. I got another 50 out last night, sir. In fact, all of Hut 13.
Well, that's what I mean, Roger. Surely getting all the men out should have been enough. They didn't have to take the hut with them.
Yes, but you see, these attempts have to be spectacular. It really demoralizes the Germans. Oh, look. There goes Frobisher, sir. Wave.
But that's a...
Yes, sir. A helicopter. He made it himself out of old bed slats and coat hangers. Damn fine effort, what?
But surely with only 18 men...
17 now, sir.
Surely with only 17 men, Jerry will start to get suspicious.
Well, they haven't noticed so far, no. In fact, Corporal Schmidt over there has been chatting to a dummy for the last 10 minutes.
Listen here, Roger.
Ooh, what's the time, sir?
It's about 3:15. Why?
Well, Pongo Benton should be on his way any minute.
And how's he getting out? Tunneling as well?
No, he's going over the top.
Gooey boys, where belong, just popping out to do a bit of shopping.
Yes, I told you he was going over the top. Not sure the orange dress goes with the handlebar moustache, though.
Look, old man, this is ridiculous. There'll soon be no one here but you, me, and the guards.
Well, actually, I'm getting some of the guards out as well, sir. Yes, you see, they're as fed up as we are.
Now, listen to me, Roger. These escape attempts have got to slow down.
Oh, that's a pity, sir. I was going to escape myself. I was going to ask if you wanted to come out with me.
Well, it's a bit sudden. I was going to wash my hair, but... Well, all right, Roger, old man, you win. We leave as soon as possible. Well, jolly well done. We made it to the station, Roger.
Yes, sir.
And I can't help feeling people are looking at me.
It's probably because of the boot polish on your face and the twigs in your hat.
It's just normal camouflage.
Not in daylight, sir.
Well, personally, I think it's these suits that are attracting attention. Mine has chalk marks all over it and no lapels. You've got a sleeve missing and no trousers.
Yes, I knew it was a mistake to let the tailor escape before us.
Well, there seem to be plenty of our chaps around. Dear Lord, what are those two wearing?
Yes, well, once the tailor had scarpered, we had to make do with the costumes from the theatrical store.
I see.
Yes. Morning, Cinders. Morning, Wishy.
Morning, sir.
Right, men, stay calm. Try to look inconspicuous. Move down the platform. And when you do, tell those 3 Adolf Hitlers to spread out a bit. They look ridiculous. Oh, before I forget, sir, Here's your forged passport.
Thank you.
I'm afraid we made the mistake of letting the forger escape before as well. So it's not absolutely perfect.
You can say that again. It's handwritten in crayon with a picture of Betty Grable on the inside.
Yes, it was cut out of a film magazine. It's all we had.
It's not going to fool anyone.
You've got a better chance than I do, sir. I've got Rin Tin Tin in mine.
Hello, and welcome to Changing Real Home Fronts Special, the show where our expert interior designers turn humble abodes into rares that are tres dares.
Yes. And we've come to a number 34 Euben Terrace, where our team's been working for a whole week. Let's try the doorbell.
Hey, up!
Ah, Wilfred, hope we've not caught you stripping down.
Don't be daft, lad, no. I'll leave that sort of work to Nellie. This vest were clean on 2 weeks ago. Nellie, we got company. Finish stirring that concrete and get down here. And she's up on the roof.
Repointing the chimney.
Repointing it upwards. Come inside, lads. If you want to wipe your feet, try here.
What is it?
I'm not sure, no, but I've been trying to scrape it off the carpet for months. Now, this is the hallway.
Oh, how wonderful. This paintwork, is it dragged, rag rolled?
Nay, lad, peeling.
And the wallpaper, it's flocked.
Close enough. We'll just squeeze past this.
Oh, what a marvellous decorative sculpture. A Moore, Hepworth, Rodin.
Rally, it's Nellie's bike. All right. Here's a lounge.
Oh, you've certainly been busy. It's very airy.
That's the 3-inch gaps round the window frames. Wilf, I've finished the loft extension.
Good lass, good lass. I'll move the pigeons back in tomorrow, eh? And you can have your half of the bed back.
This room is fabulous. How did you get this wonderful feeling of space?
The co-op repossessed the furniture.
But the whole room's so impressive. Split level.
Subsidence.
And a fascinating water feature.
Where the rising damp meets the hole in the roof.
And I love this room divider. Oh, look, an intriguing wet-look fabric stretched on a natural wood frame.
Wilf.
That's a pair of Nellie's cami knickers chucked over the clothes.
Is this house north-facing?
It can be if the wind's strong enough.
So you get lots of light. Is that why you added a glass conservatory?
No, the house just slid down the hill into the greenhouse.
It ruined me conversation pace.
The garden wall. She'd chat over that for hours. Longer if there was someone on the other side. Now, through here's the scullery.
The fitted kitchen. Oh, how divine. Tell me, that table, is it a shaker?
Well, it is if I don't put a book under one leg.
What an incredible garlic press.
Oh, that's my mango.
And the colours. Oh, the colours you've used in here. Look, cabbage green, potato white, beetroot red.
Yeah, the pressure cooker exploded.
I just love the stenciling. It's like tiny paw prints.
That's where me ferret got out and ran up the wall. Now, if you've seen enough...
Oh, how about the bedroom? I bet you've been busy up there.
Not for years.
Oh, this floor covering, it really wakens things up, makes everything come alive.
You can't beat putting feet on cold lino first thing.
Under the bed, is that the novelty plant pot? I can just see what you could put in that.
I hope you can't.
And that must be where you hang your clothes. Did you make it yourself?
It was a joint effort. Nellie yelled the nail while I banged it into the wall.
Oh, look, hanging by the light. Is it a mobile?
Well, it moves a bit when a fly sticks to it.
Oh, gosh, this is all very exciting. You've really done some wonderful things for changing homes. What's your next challenge?
We're going to the council.
Oh, to redecorate the town hall.
No, don't be daft. After what we've made of this place, we're going to ask them to upgrade us to a slum.
Somewhere in America is a camouflage building filled with secret agents, each one a master of disguise. The final resort, when a problem arises so difficult every other agency calls it a...
Mission Improbable. My name is Ethan Cruz III, only son of Ethan Cruz IX. Himself, only son of Ethan Cruz V. Our family never counted for much. I'm an agent for the Mission Force Improbable, known as MFI. It's a hand-picked unit which we assemble ourselves. One morning, I awoke with a start. Something big was up. But you don't want to hear about my personal problems. I quickly made my way to the office, slipping down a manhole cover, sprinting through 2 miles of sewers, shinning up the heating ducts, and making my way by blind reckoning until I arrived at... Sorry, ladies. I crawled back to the elevator shaft, abseiled down 15 floors, up 5 floors, down 9 floors, up 1 floor. Next time, I'll remember to jam the lift. I got to the meeting.
Hi, Ethan. Listen up, fella. I got a condition read.
Want me to get you another inflatable cushion?
Ethan, you know anything about computers?
I spend most evenings fiddling with my laptop.
Listen to this tape.
Agent Cruz, your mission, should you choose to accept it, this tape will self-destruct in...
Just look, the edited version.
Okay, here's the deal. Now, you know that crazed scientists have developed a new virus.
One that turns people into Germans?
Yep, the English are real worried. If their people get infected, who knows what they'll do.
Win some football matches?
It's vital you destroy it. Now, check out these slides. You fly to London and blend into the background disguised as something typically British like this.
A bulldog?
Now, this is a photo of a pub in South London. There you'll be approached by a strange man who'll tell you where to go.
He wouldn't be the first. Any special equipment?
Here's a lipstick, bra, and mascara.
Do they turn into weapons?
No, but if the enemy finds you've got them, they'll steer well clear of you.
What ho there, cheery landlord. A tankard of your finest foaming ale. I've just arrived from America.
Have you now? That'll be £97.50 then. Here, don't get too many talking bulldogs in here.
Not surprised at these prices. Well, no point staying disguised. I'll pull off my rubber face mask.
Strap up, it's Ethan Cruz, secret agent. Then I can reveal that under this disguise, I'm disguised as...
Me.
Gosh, those rubber face masks really stretch, don't they?
I'm your London contact. Come with me to the laboratory.
It's a good idea. That tankard of foaming ale's gone right through me. Getting into the lab wasn't easy. I climbed through the razor wire fence, cutting my chin badly. It was disposable razor wire. Swam the moat filled with a deadly cross between piranhas and goldfish. They're perfectly safe so long as you don't make a noise like an ant's egg. We climbed onto the roof space. Look, down there. The flask of virus, surrounded by laser beams. But how do I get down there?
I tied these rubber face masks together to make a rope. You can hang upside down and then grab it.
Okay, I'm upside down, starting to descend. To the ceiling, to the floor, to the ceiling, to the floor. I knew you shouldn't have made the rope from rubber face masks. There's the flask. Got it. I'll climb back up. Oh, this might take some time.
Why?
This rubber face mask of Tony Blair. The mouth's too big for my foot. There, I've done it. Now to head for Mission Improbable headquarters.
So, Ethan, did you destroy the virus?
No, I cured it. I gave it 2 aspirins and told it to wrap up warm. But that, fellow team members, is my last job for Mission Improbable.
You're resigning? What are you going to do?
Well, it was the masks that gave me the idea. All these years of never showing my real face. So I'm going to work for an organization that makes people look absolutely nothing like they do in real life. Faces that no one will ever recognize.
Shucks, you mean?
Yeah. I'm going on stars in their eyes. If you go down to the high street and turn right, then left, then right, and then carry on for just a mile or two. A mile or two. There's a little corner shop that's always open half the night, and it sells the stuff that other shops don't do. We sell pegs of mothballs, bundles of wood, gallons of paraffin, and Brillo, Brasso, sunlight soap, and jars to keep things in. Nightlight candles, brushes with handles, mops to clean the floor, and loads of food that should have been sold by 1954. There's Coleman's mustard, tins of custard, rows of Smedley's peas, Spam, ham, Robertson's jam, caddies of different teas, and golden syrup and Ovis bread, and great big sacks of grain. I walk into the shop, it's like a walk down memory lane. Milk of magnesia sure to please you if you've got a pain. A swig of Dr. Collis Brown is sure to do the same. Now if your head's congested, then just grab a jar of Vic. But if it's more the other end, then X-Lax does the trick. We've guns of flit, packets of zip all stacked up on the shelf. There's always someone there to serve, there's none of this help yourself. Washing dollies and kiwi polish and wooden laundry tongs, Bronco rolls and black plimsolls all going for a song. Nothing newfangled about the mangle, still it's really good. Some may laugh at the galvanised bath and the clothes horse made of wood. Things of metal like whistling kettles are throwbacks from the past. It may amaze, but in those days these things were made to last. So why not go down to the high street and turn right, then left, then right? If you find our place, then please give it a try. Give it a try. You can't buy singing like that in the supermarket. For our little corner shop may quite soon disappear from sight, 'cause it's full of crap that no one wants to buy. Something for the weekend, sir.
Evening, gents. What'll it be?
Well, I think I'll have a pint and he'll have a large scotch.
Right you are, sir. Nice evening, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, you do. Yes, very mild, very mild.
That's £4.40, please, sir.
There you are. Seems a bit quiet in here tonight.
Yes, well, it's always a bit quiet when... Hey, did you see that?
What?
Well, your friend, he just threw his drink over his shoulder onto the floor.
Did he? Oh, blimey. Hang on a minute. Let me get my screwdriver and open him up. Oh, I see what the trouble is. His gyros are out of kilter. That's fixed it. Shouldn't have any more trouble with him.
Hang on a minute. You just opened up your friend's shirt and stuck a screwdriver in him.
Oh, he's not my friend. No. He's a droid, a robot.
That's incredible. I'd never have known. Are you one too?
No, that's his name. Are you one too?
What does he do?
Oh, he's invaluable around the house. Washing, ironing, vacuuming the carpet. Doesn't even use a hoover.
What does he use then?
I'd rather not say. I tell you what, it shook the vicar when he popped round, huh?
Yeah. How does he go on for, you know, sex?
Ah, he's not interested in sex at all. No. See, he looks at women like you might look at a washing machine. He's not programmed for it, you see. Well, I say that. I mean, he did have a mild flirtation with a petrol pump once, yeah, but nothing serious.
So nothing turns him on at all?
Oh, yeah, he's got a little button at the back of his head. Here, look. Oh, I see what you mean. No, he doesn't get turned on like that. No, well, he's got no brain, you see. He's just a mindless, unfeeling hunk of machinery. He cares for nothing and for no one. Look. Oh, he's off.
So where's he going now?
He's off back to work.
Work?
Yeah, he's a traffic warden.
Hello, anybody home?
Ah, hello, old man. Hi. Welcome to Boggles Flying School. How do you do?
Oh.
Sorry about the handshake. I've just been greasing the camel. What can I do for you?
Well, I was thinking about having some flying lessons.
Really? Good show. Have a seat.
Is it dangerous?
Having a seat? I wouldn't have thought so.
No, I meant flying.
Flying? No, that's not risky at all. In fact, I'd venture to say that it's the safest form of air transport.
Oh, good. I've got one of these.
What's this?
It's a provisional pilot's license.
Really? I've never seen one of these before.
Well, you do have students here, don't you?
Yes, of course I do. That's one of mine now, actually. Harry Crookshank. 13 years he's been with us. We're hoping to let him go outside the perimeter fence soon.
Well, how many instructors have you got?
Well, there's Binky, Algie, and Ginger. They're on holiday this week.
So who's up there with Mr. Crookshank?
Good question.
Do you fly yourself?
Well, the plane does most of the work. But yes, I like to keep my hand in, feel the wind whistling through my hair.
Oh, so your aircraft doesn't have a canopy?
Not since the accident with the ejector seat, no. Anyway, enough chatter. Let's get started, shall we? First, the altitude test. Now, jump up on the desk.
Do what?
That's it. Come on. On the desk. Now then, look down. Look up. Feel giddy?
No.
Good, you've passed the test. I can see that you're going to make an excellent flyer. Now, flap your arms.
Flap my arms? What on earth for?
Well, it's awfully hot in here, isn't it? OK, you can jump down now. Well done. You've passed the parachute test as well. Right, let's get you into the old flight simulator, shall we?
Oh, that sounds good. Where is it?
It's this armchair here. Sit down and grab this thing I'm holding between your legs.
It's a cricket bat.
It may look like that to a layman, but it is in fact a joystick. Yes. Right, now what's the first thing you do?
Start the engine.
Well, I normally do the prayer first. OK, now let's assume you're up there. What would you do to make the aircraft turn left?
Ah, yes, I've read about this. I move the joystick to the left as the wings bank. I compensate for the drop in the nose with some gentle back pressure. I also use a touch of left rudder to eliminate adverse yaw.
Do you? Yes, well, of course, you've missed out the most important thing.
What's that?
You forgot to look in your rear-view mirror and put your left arm out. Well, you seem about ready to go, old boy, so here are the keys. Good luck.
Hang on a minute, aren't you coming up with me?
What, in one of my planes? Not a chance. Chucks away.
London, 1597. And at the newly built Globe Theatre, England's greatest playwright has just swanned in from Avon. His wandering eye and hands are causing problems. This, then, is the story of...
Shakespeare in Lust. Or, once more into the breeches, her husband's back.
Shakespeare, it's not working, dear. We'll never be ready in time. And what happened to the boy playing Juliet? This was his big break.
Yeah, but his voice broke. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? He started out in the gods and next thing in the orchestra stalls.
Oh.
Who's that gorgeous, shapely creature? Why don't I have it on stage?
That really would surprise the audience. You know all women must be played by men dressed up.
'Tis Lady Daniela Lestrada. All Italy talks of her beauty. The long black hair that falls to her waist.
Yeah, you'd think she'd shave her armpits, wouldn't you? We must follow her. Look, she's entering a tavern. The Scythe and Haystack. It's a harvester. We'll follow, but take care not to let the landlord know I'm Will Shakespeare.
Why not, pray?
Because he'd be like all the others and tell me I'm Bard. Oh, look at her, she's beautiful. Eyes like sapphires, lips like rubies, teeth like emeralds.
Emeralds?
Well, nobody's perfect. I have a sonnet for her, listen. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? You're cold and wet and rather grey, just like a fortnight holes in rill. Oh, I hope you're on the... It's the last time I let Francis Bacon write anything for me.
Look, Will, she's coming across.
That'll be a first.
Mr. Shakespeare, can I say how much I enjoy your leer?
He always looks at girls like that.
Beautiful lady, I kiss your hand. Exquisite, exquisite. Here, you can have your glove back. Will you come to the Globe tonight? It's our new circular theatre.
Ah, you wish me to try the plane around?
You're right, she is coming across.
Odds bodkins, Will, your new play is a triumph.
I must get away. The lovely Daniela awaits.
I see you're all dressed up for her. Frilled lace around your wrists and neck.
Yeah, she likes a bit of rough.
And your tights, is that a codpiece?
Real men don't need a codpiece. I stuffed the old cod down there. I must go.
You've got to meet Queen Elizabeth first. Ah, your Majesty, most elegant, beauteous and regal sovereign.
Hello.
Eat your heart out, Judy Dench. Majesty, sonnet after sonnet and play after play flow from my quill. I'm a kind of serial quiller.
And what are you working on now?
Well, I had this line, to be or not, and then it gets stuck.
To be?
To be?
To be, to be, to... There's a song in there somewhere, you know. Majesty, isn't that Walter Raleigh yonder, newly returned from America?
So it is. I must see what he's brought me back.
200 duty-free if you're lucky. Now for the lovely Daniela. As I always say, if music be the food of love...
Yes.
Why can I never keep going on just a bag of quavers?
Back so soon, Will? Was it a midsummer night's dream?
More like much ado about nothing. Daniela Lestrade is not Italian. She's French. Danny Leroux. I led her into the bedchamber. We stripped off, and there by the candlelight I saw...
Yes?
...that William Shakespeare wasn't the only one with the complete works. To be true. There's a song in there somewhere, you know.
You've been listening to The Russ Abbot Show, starring Russ Abbott with Bella Emberg, Chris Emmett, Susie Aitchison and Jeffrey Holland. The songs and sketches were by Paul Minette and Brian Leveson, Michael Dines and Richard Jones. The show was compiled and edited by Paul Minette and Brian Leveson. The musical director was Trevor Brown. The broadcast assistant was Trudy Stevens. The Russ Abbott Show was produced by Dirk Maggs and is a Celador production for BBC Radio 2.